Well, Nadia, as you've pointed out there, the intelligence agencies in one of their recent reports have said that this is one of the most sensitive areas in Karachi at this point in time. And of course, there's a major political fault line, ANP on one side and the Muttahida Qawmi movement on the other side. There have been reports from the police as well. There have been numerous incidents of target killings here. And of course, the most recent issue here is behind me, what's known as the Kati Pahadi, the passage linking North Nazimabad town to Aurangi town. On one side, we have one party, on the other party. Now, only today, at this point in time, as we speak, there's a meeting underway at the Chief Minister House, which is being attended by a delegation from the Pakistan People's Party and a delegation from the Awami National Party, and they're looking at this very issue. Now, I've been doing some probing. I've obtained some figures from the Central Police Office, and just to give you an idea, this town, which has a population of something like 2 million people, has only 500 policemen. Compare that with a city like Larkana with a population of less than that, 1.6 million and 3,000 officials. Now, I'm joined here by the police official in charge of this town, Nasir Munif Qureshi, who's of course charged with this huge burden. Nasir, very good to have you with us here on Dawn News. Now, you're charged with this huge responsibility of looking after this town. You've been attacked, if my memory serves me right, 3 times before. What's your security plan to tackle what the agencies are warning could be some trouble in the coming days?
Well, Hassan, I'm very grateful that you came over to this town, and nice of you to have mentioned everything. It, of course, would reflect on how media takes the problems of police. Right now, we have this issue that the per person police officers available in Karachi is dwindling because of the rapid explosion of the population. You very rightly pointed out Larkana is one place where the population is less, but there are a lot more police officers available per person. Over here, the strategy has to be two-pronged. It has to be the minimum deterrence level that we have to maintain and the presence level that has to be maintained. Out of the 500, there is a certain division that has to go into the daily routine work of the police station. Then there are a certain number of banks that we have to look after. I've got the State Bank with me. I've got 70 other banks working in this one town. And as you said, the explosion of population coming up, burgeoning problems on this side, Kati Pahadi. Now I have to face crime and I have to face law and order. So what we do is we switch between the two plans. We have a plan for a deployment plan for law and order. We have a deployment plan for crime. We have to balance between the two. Whenever there is a law and order situation, we shift our plans towards law and order. And despite knowing that crime is affecting the general populace, we have to turn over.
Now, at this point in time, you have about 500 officers with you, looking after around 2 million people. Ideally, what sort of figures should you have in your force?
Ideally, I would say 1 on 1, but that is not there. What I think is that if this could be improved, if this number could be improved somehow, bringing it to somewhere around 1,500, that would be a very, very good, I would call it an ideal situation. And if that is not possible, at least 1,000. At least 1,000 are required to double the numbers that are available in the day and the night. And given that, I believe that the certain kind of law and order situation when comes up, if we have to double the numbers, I think we will be able to control the crime as well. But this is a challenge for Karachi police generally.
Now, in this area in particular, we've been witnessing a spate of target killings as well because of the sensitivities here. What sort of recommendations would you like to offer? I
would say that, first of all, North Nazimabad has not been hit that much with the target killing fiasco. What has happened over here is that we have had one person dead in target killing, and that was about it. But generally in the central region of Karachi, I believe what needs to be done is that these political parties should sit down together and sort it out who's doing what. And of course, the CCPO Karachi, CCPO Karachi has given us the instructions that if we see certain people trying to attempt such a heinous crime, we have to hit them, and that would unveil the faces behind the masks.
Okay, Nasir Munif Qureshi, thank you very much indeed for joining us. The SP North Nazimabad town, Nasir Munif Qureshi, of course, looking after a population of around 2 million people. Well, that's the latest from here, and of course, there is a recommendation which is coming from a number of police officials we've been speaking to. They're saying that the number of officers they have, especially in the sensitive areas, need to be boosted, and there needs to be more investment and upgradation in the police force. Back to you, Nadia. ओके भाई शुक्रिया